What's up, everybody? Thanks for choosing the video. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a hiking / exploring video. Today I am out on what is called the Hamilton Escarpment Rail Trail. There's actually two, one going east to west, one going kind of north to south. So we're on the east to west and we're exploring. So yeah, you gotta love having the trail to yourself, eh? So nice. So the weather is iffy at best. It's supposed to rain, but not too much. So if it does, so be it. We got a raincoat. So let's get into some exploring. If we find a trail, we're gonna take it, look around, see what's going on, and then hike down this trail kind of as far as I can. Hopefully the weather holds up. So we're going this way. Meow. Ooh, she getting a little breezy. Sorry if the wind's a little loud on the phone, but a little bit of history of the rail trail. It's probably why it's called the rail trail. This is where the railroad used to be. There used to be railroad tracks here. Hence, in the beginning of the video, you've seen those. Whoa, it's getting breezy. Gotta keep an eye on trees. Holy, look at this. Wow. Yeah, see the cracking? We gotta be careful. Keep an eye out on some of these trees. We don't want to get squished. But this used to be railroad tracks. Hence the wooden blocks that I showed in the beginning. They kind of use those as a lookout now. But all I can imagine is, like, can you imagine a train fitting in here? I mean, I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but this is a very skinny trail for a train to come through. Maybe they were smaller then, probably. That'd be my guess. But a little bit of history for you. If you enjoy exploring like I do, you know, you see a trail and you're like, oh, where does that go? Right? You really got to be careful in the city, because you'll walk right into somebody's camp, a full-timer. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to bug anybody. We don't want any... Oh, here's a trail. Huh. See what I mean? I wonder where this trail goes. It's a pretty far... Oh, yeah, see? That's not something you want to see. So we're going to keep walking. Like I said, we don't want to bother anybody. We don't want to cause trouble. So try and find a trail that isn't marked, I guess is the best way to put it. Well, as of right now, we are in new territory. Never been down this far. I actually hiked from the beginning of the trail, the furthest east you can go, over to get home, but never gone this way. Quick little insight if you're interested. I will be through hiking this trail very soon. I'm just kind of trying to set it up for a certain day so it can be like a dedication video. But anyways, oh, sun's trying to poke out. Nice. Interesting. Let's see what's up here. Oh, we got two trails. Look at that. We got a trail going that way. I think that might just be runoff. Oh wow, we got another trail going that way. Fork in the road. Which way do we go? Well, we're not going back. So let's see what's up here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The second I see garbage, nope. Not walking into a camp. We don't want to do that. So head back down to the rail trail. That bark tried to go up my nose. I gotta say, by far, cutest animal, one of the most cutest animals, chipmunk, gotta be. Oh, look at that. Got a trail going here. Wonder where that goes. Maybe we'll check it out another time. Got a trail going this way. I don't want to veer off the rail trail too much. Oh, look at this. Wow, we're already dang near. Wow. I guess we're gonna keep going then. Got some people around, but we're heading, I believe that'll be Wentworth. very soon. I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I mean, really? You just take your boots off, I guess. I don't know. That's okay. We're at a trail here. You can hear people. Oh wow, the train tracks are like right there. Wow. I'm wondering that just goes, yeah. That just goes down to the train tracks. Pretty cool. I can hear people talking though. I didn't know we were that close. I was like, wow, it's that quiet? You can hear people talking? No, they're like right there. Well, we're coming up on, I believe this is going to be Wentworth now. And yeah, we're going to keep going because, oh wow, look at the rock. That's cool. I'm wondering if the whole trail at one point was covered in rocks like this, because on the other side, like when you start at Albion Falls, there are beautiful rock walls that I'm really excited to show when I thru hike it. But I'm wondering if this was always, or the whole trail had these rock walls. So old. You gotta wonder how old the, anybody could, oh, look at that. Perfect. Let's see what we got here. Wow. Now this would have been a big camp. I think maybe we'll sit down, get some water. Hopefully the sirens didn't come into play. I apologize. City noises, right? Wouldn't be a Dano video without city noises. So yeah, let's take a quick break, have some water. That's kind of funny. Other than the garbage, you know, it's all kind of scattered. I was gonna say this would be a pretty decent spot to like film videos, but I thought the trail was a little bit further away than it is. It's literally like right there. Like you can see people walk by and they would definitely be able to see you if they were paying attention. No dice. Birds going nuts over here. Look at this. So try and get them on film. By far the smallest little snail I've ever seen. Right, look at that. Look at that. That's my, that thing is so tiny. I'm glad I didn't sit down on you. I can't get over that. He's so small. Nice. Sun's poking out a little bit. That's always good. All right, back onto the trail. Okay. As you can see, just passed. Again, I'm assuming that's Wentworth. I'm not 100% though, but this is literally new territory now. I've never been over this way. So this is kind of cool. People living right there. But yeah, let's keep trekking. That took not nearly as long as I thought it was going to. So we're gonna keep going. See how far we can get. Maybe we get to the end, who knows? We'll see. A trail going up here I would love to check out, but I tend to use my gut. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm like, I don't think so. Could very well be somebody up there. Oh wow, yeah. This is the only bench I've seen. It's kind of funny. I wonder if it's, you know, you don't have so many benches because people will use them to sleep, or they should have more benches. I don't know. That's kind of my point. Definitely have more. Anyways, we're coming up on some city noise, which I'm assuming is like a highway. But so it might get a little loud, but it is what it is. City hiking. Oh, there you go. That answers that. Little sort of off ramp, I suppose. Yeah, you go right into the city down there. We're gonna go away from that. We're going this way. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty busy over here. And I'm not very good at filming in front of people. I don't want to attract attention to myself. Wow. Big old bridge. Yeah, a lot of people tend to stare when you're holding a camera up and talking to it. So I tend to kind of wait for people to pass by, but it's busy over here, I gotta say. All right, well, not only are we getting pretty residential here, but this is about as far as I'm going because we're now out of the bush. We're no longer hiking a trail. It's more like a walking path now. So I think I'm gonna head back, sort of explore some of those trails that go off, and hopefully not run into a camp. We'll go back this way. That's wild. I can't get over. This is dang near the end of the trail. I can't get over that. We got all these cool paintings along the side here, which is really cool. I like seeing that, not gonna lie. Wow. If we were on the Bruce Trail, kind of snakes around the escarpment up there, you can see. So we'd be hiking almost up there, and it just keeps going. But we're gonna go back. I don't want to be in a residential spot. I want to be in the bush. I want to be back where it's quiet and not so many noises. Check these out though. This is kind of cool. Got all these paintings. I'm assuming from a school. There's a school right here. I'm guessing students or... It's kind of cool. They just go all the way. I like it. One thing that I find absolutely wild, I thought someone was standing there, is the lack of birch trees, white birch anyways, in and around Hamilton. It's really wild to see that, because I'm used, like when you're in Saskatchewan, you can literally stumble across a forest of white birch, even British Columbia as well. But here, there's like 3 trees. It's pretty wild. Step off the trail here. I wanted to check this out a little. I'm wondering if it just goes up to a street or something, but let's go check out these giant rocks. Oh man, don't fall. Oh. Yeah, that just ends up going up to a street, and this is why you follow your gut. Right down there, there's a camp. And I mean, being in the city, there are some people that you want to avoid, obviously. So we're not gonna mess with that. We'll head back down to the trail. That's kind of funny. Stop, take a quick break, because my knee is screaming. For those of you that don't know, I'm not too good at hiking on cement. My knees tend to not like it. Prefer dirt or gravel, but anyways, taking a quick break. This old man walks by. He's got a vest on that's kind of like for a runner. You know, they would have like bottles of water, or maybe stuff you can even carry, like your ID and whatnot. I don't, you know, something like that. Nothing in the vest. He's hiking along, no water, no nothing. He's just wearing the vest. Just found that kind of funny. To each their own, I guess. Maybe he likes it. So anyways, quick break, and we're back at it. Back at the old, you gotta wonder how old this wall is, honestly. This is wild. How about that? Like, that could be like 100 years old. Just touched a 100-year-old wall. Let me know down below if you know how old that is. That's wild. It's not 100 years, that's probably a bit much. But anyways, let's go back. Start exploring. There's a trail that goes up. You know what? Yeah. Let's check this out. Yeah, just wow. Look at the size of these leaves. That blows my mind how big those get. That's crazy. But another little camp, I'm guessing. Garbage everywhere. Is what it is. There's a trail that goes up, but we're gonna leave that. I don't want to stumble across somebody's camp. I can't get over these leaves though. They're so huge. That's wild. Another trail here, but I'm assuming this, yeah, just kind of goes down to the railroad tracks. Yeah. A lot of these, actually, I think I've already shown you this trail. Now that I'm thinking about it, we already walked down there. A lot of these trails though, they just kind of cut off the rail trail so you can kind of sneak down onto the, not sneak, but you know what I mean. You can kind of get off the rail trail and end up on a side street or something like that. Honestly, I'm really surprised at how little time that took to get to dang near the end of the trail. I'm starting to think that when I through hike this trail, it's not going to be as bad as I thought, because when you look at the trail on a map, it's like 3/4 of the city. But I think it's just because you're beelining, so to speak, right across, that it looks longer, looks like it would take longer than it would. Oh, another trail. We're gonna go check it out, see what's here. It doesn't seem like a whole lot, yeah. Just kind of stops off. Well, we're looking over here and I'm like, I wonder what would be up there. And then I look down. Now that's a random piece of garbage. That's why? Why would that be there? Well, not an active camp, but definitely was at one point. Trail keeps going up. Oh, we got another trail. I feel like a lot of these trails just go down to the trail that I explored before, which, if you haven't seen, is like an abandoned trail that I'd call it full-timers have kind of taken over. But yeah. Oh yeah, kind of just ends here. Wow, I wonder if that was at one point a fire pit. That is massive. But yeah, not too bad. I don't know if somebody at one point was set up shop here, but the trail seems to be pretty unused. So it makes sense that nobody's there. Well, all right, everybody. Pretty much sums it up, I'm not gonna lie. We're basically right back where we started. Again, I'm pretty shocked at how quickly you can get to the end of the trail. I got a feeling that through hiking this is going to be at least not as hard as I thought it was going to be, which again, that's coming soon. But yeah, I think we're going to call it. Got quite a ways to go home, and we got to hike it. So if you enjoy, let me know down below. Also, if you don't mind, hit that like button. It really helps the channel get spread out. But I'd like to thank you for watching. Sincerely appreciate it. Thank you to all my subscribers, everybody who watches. Whew. If you're not subscribed, pretty please hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 1,000. My goal right now is 200, and we're about 50 away, I want to say. But yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Yum.